Mason.
Yes.
It's the spookiest time of the year in the tax time.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween Kills.
Yes.
Went to streaming and cinemas this year. It actually did very well.
Interesting.
Because, you know,
it's Halloween spookiest time of the year.
Spookiest time of the year.
Big, the last one did very well, I think.
Yep, that's right. I don't have many box office numbers because whatever. But did all right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it.
I don't think it was very good. I think it's a bad movie. I think overall it's a bad movie.
I know a lot of people have said like the kills are good and whatever.
Yeah,
and that's probably true.
They're
but,
as grisly as you would
yeah,
expect.
but like, I don't know. Was that you twisting your head?
I was twisting a head, yeah. That's right. No, I was twisting I'm a little man and I was twisting a big bottle cap off a ketchup.
What are you making?
A big hot dog.
Okay.
I've got a really big hot dog. And
Are you going to eat the whole thing?
Yeah.
Why?
And I'm gonna have a big tum afterwards.
Oh, it's not a good idea.
I'm gonna be sleeping on a little tiny little cushion that's my bed.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a big tum, and I'm gonna be like me.
Do you have to jump on the sauce bottle?
Yeah,
like a little trampoline.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun visual.
Me.
I think
I've got a little handkerchief over me as a blanket. Yeah.
That's right, yeah, or like a napkin or whatever.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so if I think what this should have been, again, as somebody who's never made anything and doesn't know what he's talking about.
Correct.
This could have been a 10-minute in-between call of this and the next one.
A webisode.
Yeah, or something like that.
An NFT.
Great.
You don't know the plot unless you get the NFT.
For a euro or whatever they're selling things for. And, you know, like they did with that Jurassic World short.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do that, or... Because there's prequel elements to this of the night that Michael Myers first did his murders, and then they catch him.
Yes.
Do one of those two things.
Yeah.
Because I found the flashbacks to the 70s where Michael does his final killings or whatever, and he falls out the window and they think he's dead, then he's off. And then they're in the neighborhood looking for him. And like, there's probably 20 minutes of this movie in that.
I think that looks extremely good, though.
Agreed.
I spent like at least a minute going, is this old footage?
Yeah. Well, there must be because like Loomis is in some of it as well.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So what I think happened is...
Any spoilers? Is there anything to spoil?
Yeah, I mean, there is. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, about this movie is that I think when they made the last one, Halloween 2018, the reboot, I think they went, if this does okay, we can probably squeeze out another movie from this. We can squeeze out a story that
like
finishes,
a big sauce bottle.
That finishes off, and thank you, and we'll have and because they've erased from continuity all the other sequels.
Yeah.
We can go. We'll have a trilogy. We'll have Halloween 1978. We'll have Halloween 2018. And then we'll have Halloween Kills. I guess is the last one. But then Halloween 2018 did really, really well.
Yeah,
and they went. We've got enough story for one more movie. Let's make 2 movies.
Agreed.
And we'll do nothing for this one, and then the finish will happen in the one in a year's time. It feels to me like I had the same criticism with John Wick 3. I think, which is that. The thing about John Wick 3 was John Wick ends up in exactly the same position.
He was on the run.
He was on the run
because he didn't use the right coin or something.
Yes, that's right.
Or he broke a pact in a hotel lobby or something.
That's the thing. But and the movie ended exactly the same way it started, where he was injured on the run.
Yep.
And then he gets his groove back. And then some assorted action sequences, and at the end he's on the run again because he broke a pact or something.
He got the wrong coin.
And I'm like, the story of this was total filler, and the only the only thing that made it, you know, an enjoyable view is if you enjoyed the action sequences and the kills and etc.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is kind of the same.
I'd liked John Wick 3 better, quite frankly. They went to the desert.
He fought those 2 men at the end.
There were some dogs and Halle Berry together.
That's right. At last.
Famously
never worked with dogs.
Really?
I don't know.
Wow. Imagine making that promise and breaking it. How could you even live with yourself?
That's right.
Probably after Catwoman. I don't know.
Yeah,
something to do with that.
Right.
Anyway, go on.
But this movie, I feel it's not exactly the same, but I kind of feel like they went just squeeze another one out. And the problem that happens with this is that if you need to have Michael Myers at the end just viable for another movie, it requires all the other characters to act really, really dumb.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, some of that is down to the tropes of the genre, where, like, the kill. You think you've got the killer, but then you turn your back on him and he gets up again or whatever.
Yeah.
But in like now making a kind of horror movie like this, everybody seems so stupid in this movie. It makes everybody stupid.
And he's immortal, it seems.
Oh, sure. Okay, let's.
Well, not really, but immortal. I know he becomes immortal in some of the movies. Maybe he's a demon's curse or some shit.
Yeah. Okay, let's see how far we can get without spoiling anything.
Okay, well, why don't we do this? So a lot of the movie is like the town gets in a frenzy, and some of the people who work this frenzy up get into a real foam. A mob rule,
which is bad.
Yep.
And good.
Yes,
that's what this movie is telling us. That mob rule is bad.
Yep.
Then it's good.
But then make sure you do it properly.
Do a proper mob rule. God, get a proper mob going.
And I didn't mind that idea because some of the people who like froth up that mob, some are returning actors from the very first movie.
Yeah.
Also, just to clarify, the only ones that are canon in this timeline is 1978 and the 2018 one.
Yes.
They threw out everything in the middle.
Yeah.
Laurie Strode being the sister of Michael Myers. None of that is relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Anything
unless they reveal that at the end of
Yeah, but like why?
But also, what's interesting about that is that we get Anthony Michael Hall in this, who I like. I think he's delightful.
Who Paul Rudd played in a previous.
You think they get Paul Rudd?
I think they went to him, but he was doing Ghostbusters or something.
That's a mistake. Or is it at this point?
Which one's a mistake?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
We haven't seen Ghostbusters.
Yet. But in the sense that they got rid of the old continuity, at a certain point, Anthony Michael Hall goes like, "This Michael Myers, he's been terrorizing this town for 40 years." No, he hasn't. In the previous continuity, he was terrorizing this town for 40 years. But in this continuity, he killed a few people in 1978 and they put him in an asylum for 40 years.
And he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything for 40 years. And now he's back and he's... you've got an odd definition of terrorizing a town, I think. You know?
But they end up chasing like another guy who's like a homeless vagrant.
Yeah, well, he's also escaped from an institution.
But he's like... And so there is this like... mob mentality is bad, except until it's not. It's kind of, idea, which I don't think is a bad idea. You know what I mean? And it, again, returning characters and people who had been affected by Michael Myers or people who like he'd come across them directly or killed people that he knew.
Yeah.
And I liked how they worked that in. And then they coupled that with flashbacks, which again, one of the cops was Jim Cummings, who I want to talk about in another movie later, which was a bit of fun. But let's do spoilers.
Okay, I'm going to say worst movie ever.
Yeah. But you should watch it. I think you should watch it.
I mean, if you see it for free. Don't go to the movies.
If you can get it. Yeah.
I'm going to bring back our rating of don't risk your life.
That's probably
and by that I mean don't go out on Halloween night.
Very good. So
because an auditor will get you from the IRS.
There's a moment. Well, there's a few.
What are you claiming? You can't claim your regular clothes as a work uniform. You can't do it.
So
it's against the law.
That Judy Greer gets his mask. And she goes, and Laurie Strode's sort of in this, but she's badly injured, so she can't really go.
She's not in this movie, really.
But I think that's good,
she's
though.
She's bedbound.
Because she was fairly injured in the last one.
That's true.
So I don't mind that.
And this takes place immediately after
which the same way.
It's still this one is still taking place in 2018.
Yeah. And like it's the night off. So he gets out, he kills a bunch of firefighters and whatever.
Which I think is in the trailer?
Yes. And so he's on the loose again, and it turns out that his motivations...
Are we doing spoilers now? We are.
Yeah.
We're in spoilers, folks.
Turns out his motivations, and we thought it was like tied to Laurie Strode because that was one of his first attempted victims, but he just wanted to look out that window that he likes.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind that idea of like, he's not tied to any one person, he doesn't have any vendettas, he's just mindless. He's kind of like Doomsday. He just goes towards a thing and he'll kill anybody that's in his way.
Yeah.
But off the back of the last movie, he was shot, I think, in the side of the head.
He got some of his fingers?
Yeah, he lost some fingers. He got stabbed quite a few times. And then he gets shot 4 to 5 times in this, plus stabbed.
And he was on fire.
And he was on fire at one point.
And he's old.
And he's 70 years old, if he's a day. But on top of that, so she takes his mask, which is his only kind of weakness or one of his motivations.
Is William Shatner mask.
That's right. And
do you think William Shatner gets...
a mask? A free mask?
Yeah, free mask when he goes to watch Halloween.
Would it fit him? I guess it would fit him perfectly.
No, his head's too big now. His head's gotten bigger.
You're right. It would fit a young 1970s William Shatner perfectly.
But what I'm saying is, do you think he gets money for likeness rights?
I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, we must. We probably did it last year.
I'll look it up. But so while I'm looking this up, why don't you explain it?
Which part?
How they trap him.
the mob,
Yeah.
the angry mob.
Yeah.
Well, they surround him
Yep.
in a street
Yep.
and they attack him with various implements.
And they go, "What up, bro? This is the wrong neighborhood. Don't you know we're
Yeah.
going to beat you up?"
Yeah, evil dies tonight, baby.
Yeah.
And then they beat him up for a bit, and they shoot him a couple more times, and they hit him with baseball bats and stuff, and rakes and things, probably.
And they've got him down.
And then they just leave him
Yeah.
for a bit, and then he gets up. And
Well,
he kills them
no,
all.
the nurse comes forward.
Yes.
Or maybe this was earlier. I think it's this part. No, it's not the nurse. The nurse is in it earlier.
Yes.
So there's the nurse from the first movie. It's the same
Yes.
actor. And she comes up and goes to shoot him at one point. She goes, "This is for Dr. Loomis." Right?
Yeah.
And the only link that she had to Dr. Loomis was she happened to be the nurse that drove him that night.
That's
They
right.
weren't friends, it
Yeah,
seems.
yeah.
And on top of that, I looked up the Wikipedia of Dr. Loomis, and if you go again in that alternate timeline, then Dr. Loomis battles Michael Myers for decades.
Yes.
And maybe eventually, I think he's eventually killed by him or whatever. But in this one, he just dies at some point.
Yes.
So like,
This is for
See-
wasting Dr. Loomis's time.
that night.
He did all kinds of theses and things on, and he never published a book on it. And the book publishers never paid him in advance for this book.
Yeah. And it's like, that only makes sense if all the other movies are in continuity.
weird that they
Or
were-
you even said that Dr. Loomis was killed by Michael in the hospital
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. And maybe that's true. But like,
This movie
I
wants
don't know.
to. This movie wants to have its cake and eat its too. It wants to be like
Yeah.
we're in a new continuity, so new rules apply. But also, you should be scared of Michael Myers because of all the previous movies that don't exist anymore.
yeah.
Kind of thing.
If there was a guy like in my neighborhood and 40 years ago he killed like 3 people,
Yeah.
but no one would care. And I don't mean
I
that.
mean, they would care if he was here now.
yeah, if he came back, but,
But
it
they
wouldn't.
wouldn't be like. And
He's been around forever.
Yeah, occasionally it would be mentioned, probably.
Totally.
But people wouldn't be like, "We've been living in fear for decades because
Yeah.
of the man who killed 3 people." Like, you're right, it wouldn't. That'd be like, hey, it'd be the most interesting thing that ever happened in this town.
That's certainly true,
Yeah.
but there would be more curiosity behind it more than like, this is the shadow on this town that's got to bury us all and whatever. Dumb.
But speaking of dumb, so again they surround him.
Yep.
And they have got guns and what have you, and they beat him up. This man in his 60s or 70s, however old he is,
Yep.
and then they're like, "We got him,
Yep.
and we still have these guns and bats and things. Should we kill him? Nah, let's just leave him." For
Well,
a
that
bit."
guy was going to come up and he's like, "This is because you killed my daughter, Michael Myers, the cop." And then he does a big murder.
Yes.
He does all the murders on
Yeah, that's
everybody.
right, yeah.
And Anthony Michael Hall's like,
Yes, yeah.
maybe
Right.
I shouldn't have done this movie.
But then there's a bit where Judy Greer has like stabbed him in the back with a
Yeah.
with a thing, big thing.
I think he gets shot like 4 times.
What's the thing? What do you call the
Umbrella?
thing? Nope.
Knife.
No, bigger
Rake.
than that. Yeah, it's like a rake. It's big fork.
A big. Oh yeah. Like you get a hay bale.
Yeah, like a big hay bale fork.
Yeah.
He gets stabbed like a big hay bale.
Yeah. See, that I can kind of be like, yeah, it probably missed some stuff or whatever.
Yeah, but then she doesn't get him again.
no, I know. She just leaves him. You go straight for the head. You just
Yeah.
put it right through his head.
Because you know he's going to get up again, and
Yeah.
you could go to the police and say, "I thought he was reaching for a gun.
Yeah.
His signature gun. I thought he was reaching for his signature gun, and he was in my house. He's in somebody's house.
Yeah.
And so I stabbed him through the
I
head.
think you'd get away with it.
But I think the what seems to be the reveal is, and maybe we'll see, maybe the magic or the science of it will be revealed in the next one. But it is that every time he kills somebody, he grows more powerful. So I guess
He's driven by a bloodlust.
they
or
technically
something.
couldn't kill him. But I think you should try.
Yeah.
Like I think that if you want it to be vaguely supernatural, I think they should have shot him in the head a couple of times, and then he just gets up again, and then we would go, it's the evil.
I think that's too far though, because I think, and I was reading an interview with the director, and he was saying that like he's not immortal, like he has limitations.
Okay.
But he does borderline impossible things. But I think it goes over that.
Yeah, it really, absolutely
Yeah.
does. Yeah. Like if you get a 60-year-old man, 70-year-old man, however
Yeah.
old he is, I think he's 60
Sure.
because
Yeah.
he was 18.
18 maybe in the first one.
in the first one. If you get a 60-year-old man and you like hit him in the back of the legs with a baseball bat,
Done.
he's not coming up again.
No.
Nobody is. He's probably got osteoporosis.
I mean, he doesn't run.
Do people still talk about osteoporosis?
Maybe. Not enough something.
Yeah, not
Magnesium.
enough something or too much of something.
Yeah.
But it makes all your bones brittle.
And, he's strong and whatever, I guess.
What's he been doing leg lifts.
Some people are
in the
just strong.
asylum.
He's doing the Dennis from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the hummingbirds, where he's constantly like tensing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He also subscribes to the Dennis system for picking up women. But like,
William Shatner said this. So this is from Reddit. It's from PD Judd, who says, no, there's no agreement to use his likeness. It wasn't necessary since the company that made him already paid him in use for a general market item. So if you see a can of Coke in a movie, Coke isn't getting a percentage of the sales either, unless there was a marketing agreement. So he does not get paid.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
But he got to go to space.
He did.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is there's no way that guy's getting up. Like, I don't care how much rage you're fueled by.
Yeah.
You were a very old man who's been shot repeatedly.
What if he was like shot and he was on the ground and they left him, and then in the next movie you find out that he was hospitalized and they fixed him and then he got up again? Would that be? But then you don't get his revenge kills.
That's true. Maybe he's got an oven door under there.
I also
Maybe Back to the Future 3 did.
Could have. And under his mask on both sides.
That's right. Yeah.
And anyway, he kills Judy Greer. But
Yeah.
I don't think he does. I think she's alive.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
We didn't see her head get twisted all around, did we?
No. And that's the mark of something.
Do you think that... How did she die?
He stabbed her.
She
She was at
her.
his window.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is my window.
Do you think that there'll be a last-minute rescue at the start of the next one?
Yes.
Like,
well, actually, speaking
Jamie
of,
Lee Curtis will show up?
4-year time jump.
Oh, right, okay.
So by the time it comes out, which will be maybe next Halloween, maybe the
Yeah,
one
Avengers
after.
Endgaming it.
Let me check. Yes.
We cut to present day, and like the entire world is in flames. The entire world's been destroyed because he's done a intercontinental tour, and everybody's like, we shot him a bunch of times, but then we turned our backs, and he stood up and he killed everybody in the country.
Here we go. Halloween ends.
Yes,
October 14th,
but
2022.
not really. Wink.
Wink.
Yeah.
Next year. That's good. Big fan. Big fan.
Halloween kills.
Also,
more James Halloween kills more like Halloween fills. A bit of time.
You're not wrong. This guy's not wrong. Sometimes he just nails it. You know what I mean, everybody?
Yes.
I didn't even have to line it up. It's like
It's
he
true.
pre-lined it up.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. It's incredible. Also, like, it
Yes.
feels like there is a disconnect between this and the previous movie because, like, what's her name? The main girl in this, Jamie Lee Curtis's granddaughter. Like, her dad was murdered. But when I started the movie, I went, hang on, all right. And I just watched a 5-minute YouTube recap.
Oh,
I'm
sure,
just
the
like,
last one, yeah.
who's dead? What happened? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Where are those podcasters?
Yeah.
They're dead. They all got killed in a bathroom.
Killed in
I
the
think.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, I like a lot of the ideas behind this guy.
Yeah.
But there needs to be, I feel, more consistency. And some of these holes can be plugged in the next one. But
Yes.
also, like, maybe just move it along, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need like a callback to be like, well, actually, he's alive because they missed this vein and whatever, and I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or even like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's just bring back H2O.
Yeah. Yes. Just add water.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you excited for the next one?
Maybe.
How does he even get away? How is this man getting away?
Yeah, good question. Motorbike? Vespa. Is he on a Vespa?
Is he?
There's a deleted scene where he rented a Vespa?
He can drive a van, right?
Yes.
He did in the last one. Yeah.
We haven't even mentioned that like they kill that guy from the asylum, and it's just real brutal.
Which
Well, they
guy?
don't kill him, but he falls off the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's because
And
they
they
get
unnecessarily cut to him.
no. They
ugh.
yeah. His head is just an exploded pumpkin.
Yeah.
which is very seasonal. It
I
turns
agree.
out.
Yeah,
Anyway, should we move on to some other things?
Yes. Do we have anything else to say about Halloween Kills? No.
All filler, just filler,
Yeah.
like that famous album.
Halloween filler.